Hey everybody. Well, I've got the can covered now, and it's time to go in and smooth out some wrinkles and trace some die cut pieces and get the can looking a little bit better. So I just have started this, and got a long way to go. And like I said, I'm not going to have you sit here the whole time with me. But I do want to ask that if you have any questions about this, or you have done some projects using this tape, please let me know. I don't know, it's so funny too, because I have to say, in some ways it can be a little therapeutic that you sit here and you rub and you're just kind of concentrating on what you're doing and not worrying about much else. This is where the clock is right here. So that's the clock hands. One thing too that I didn't tell you in part one is that when you do your die cuts, depending, I guess, really on what kind of material you use to die cut, you can make them at different thicknesses. So, you can't go crazy or anything and have them really thick, but you can do them at different depths to then let them have different textures. Different levels of texture. Now, I don't know how much you can see, but the clock is pretty much all done, just about. There's some pieces here and there. And I will say a paper stump is the way to go. If you do end up tearing your tape, you simply patch it with another piece of tape. I showed you the pewter that I did. Let me pull it up here. That pewter right there that I did. That's one thing about that. First of all, the pewter is expensive for not a very big sheet. So you really have to be careful what tools and how much pressure you put on it. It stretches farther than you think it will, but it also tears. And once it tears, there is no mending pewter. So to me, if you want the look of foil or the metallic look, this tape is the way to go. Now I'm using a fat stump right here because, all of my crevices and stuff that I'm doing are pretty big. But you could use a smaller one if you want to. That's, it's totally up to you and what you're comfortable with. For my hands also, holding something bigger does not get to you quite as bad, because you do have to put some force into this to go around the dies and to kind of smooth out other places. So, and your paper stumps will get frayed, and all you simply have to do is just take some sandpaper and sand them back smooth again. There's a little circle. So as you can see, it's coming along. I still have some more to do. So again, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me. I'll finish this off screen and I will get back to you when I get all of the tracing of the dies complete it, and we'll go on to our next step. So stay tuned, I guess, for part 3. And I do appreciate you coming by. And as I've asked before, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And we'll move on to part 3 next time. Catch you all later. Bye, dudettes.